Santos.ceo at Instagram, and that's the only social media that I have at the moment. But yeah, I'm there.
Because bad man, I deal with Twitter. Sorry. And we're going to be professional now. Right, we're going to move on to Xavier, who was quite frankly having a go at the way Sugar Hill was dressed.
Yeah, that shirt looked a bit, I don't know. I don't know. That's the way you dress out there, I don't know. I've got friends out in America, they don't like that with Dillian. I mean, it's not just about this camp for Fury. I mean, it's the last 3-4 camps. There's things that I wanted Dillian to improve on. And you can't do that in like a month, 2 months. Boxing doesn't work like that. He's such a worthy challenger that, it's going to be very difficult for Tyson Fury. I mean, no matter what they try, all bases have been covered. When the fight had already been made. So, it's not going to be the same relationship like what we have now because we spent so much time together. We've had time to build, and I've had time to build as his head coach. I said to the guys, bring in someone else with experience because this is world-class boxing. I don't, you guys go and source who you want, but I told them the kind of person that I wanted. Because if you know boxing, you study old fights, the clientele in the corner is of the highest grade. At times you've got Duva in the corner, you've got Georgie Benton with Vander Holyfield. You have 2 or 3 experienced guys in the corner because you see different things during the fight. And I didn't want to just bring someone in because we've got a world title fight. No, bring them in early so we can all build a relationship. It's not about ego, it's about a team. We're all here for Dillian. So, like I say, it doesn't matter what he brings, we've got an answer for it. That's why I've been working with so long.
One of the things I will ask about Dillian, and it's something that often the boxing fans have said, is myself included, is his feet. We hate his feet. We don't like the way his feet are. Is that something that you've worked on in camp?
100%. Footwork, balance, all those things. That's what a good coach does. There's no way. If he gets up, great. He's going to get knocked down again, or he's going to get stopped on his feet.
October Red Boxing. All right, October Red Boxing. When you like taking the piss out of? Right, we've got a cameo here. Hold on, let me just make sure this lens is good. Now you're here, innit? You're here, innit? If you're here, you're here. This is how it works. This is how everyone's a celebrity. We're all stars. So I'm going to you're going to introduce yourself to us. The man that is there, that is in the background, that does a lot of work, but is not one of these that I'd call a cheerleader. Introduce yourself to the channel.
Hello guys.
Honestly, what kind of dress is that? You should have pointed the camera there. Look at the way man's walking around.
What have I missed?
You can't walk around like that. Sugar, please.
Oh.
The coach is down. Please. You can't walk around like that. You can't.
Right, it looks like Xavier's... see, I don't do clickbait on this channel, but I'm here with Xavier and Santos.
CEO.
Santos CEO. I stand corrected.
CEO
of IQ Boxing. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Santos. This is the man. This is the future.
Hello guys, what's happening?
So tell us a little bit about what you do then, CEO Santos of IQ Boxing.
I just call myself the little helper. I'm just the man behind the scenes, just help out and whoever needs to that needs to help boxers, the celebrities like Coach Zav, Dean, everyone, whoever needs help within the boxing industry, holler at your boy, I'm here.
And how can we get in contact with you? I usually do that at the end, but I'm going to do that at the start because I'll forget to ask.
Santos.ceo at Instagram, and that's the only social media that I have at the moment. But yeah, I'm there.
Because bad man, I deal with Twitter. Sorry. And we're going to be professional now. Right, we're going to move on to Xavier, who was quite frankly having a go at the way Sugar Hill was dressed.
Yeah, that shirt looked a bit, I don't know. I don't know. That's the way you dress out there. I don't know. I've got friends out in America, they don't like that. But listen, it's just up to him. It's his life, isn't it?
So as you can see, I am not making a joke of anything. You know, my channel don't deal with clickbait. We deal with just facts. But yeah, but going back to the real, today's presser then, we'll start there. It's a good place to start because that's where we are now. How do you think it went?
Yeah, I mean, the two fighters did what they needed to do. And listen, you can tell both fighters are just ready for Saturday. You know, this is all we've been waiting for really, is just get to fight night and just take that title. That's all I want to do.
Yeah, it seems like it's straight to business. Dillian, what I will say is Dillian has come in like looking super lean. Fair enough, I don't know what he's going to look like on the scales for tomorrow, but just the way that his body looked, as the composition of it, he just looks like he's really been going at it hard, as in the conditioning side in the gym.
Yeah, and listen, that's credit to Dillian and his strength and conditioning team. You know, Al and Simon done a fantastic job, and yeah, he's looking fantastic. Honestly, no matter what Tyson tries to do, it's just not going to work. He's just very, very confident about this fight. You know, Dillian's ready to go 12 rounds hard. You know, we're ready.
And that was what I was going to say about the conditioning side of it. It seems as if he's trimmed down, he's dropped some weight, he looks like he's going to be in good shape. Is he preparing for this to be a 12-round fight?
Well, listen, with some fighters, it's not about the numbers on the scale. You know, it's how you look and how you feel. You know, as long as you feel right, you can perform. You know, it's not about getting as light as you possibly can and then you're just going to perform. It doesn't really work like that. You know, every fight is different. You know, right now, you know, his strength and conditioning coach is just honestly one of the best I've come across, and he's just left no stone unturned. You know, every aspect of his body looks fantastic, ready to go. He's strong, hitting a lot of PB. So listen, this is what I needed. You know, I needed the S&C coach to do his job. I'm going to go out and do mine, and we're going to pick up that title and celebrate. I'm going to celebrate.
We talk about him needing to do his job. We can see that his physique has changed. I've heard whispers that maybe Dillian's going to come out and we're going to see a different type of Dillian. You're the main man. You are the head coach in the camp. What can we expect from Dillian? And I'm not asking you to give away tactics because I wouldn't expect you to do that. But we talk about differences. We talk about improvements. What can we expect?
Well, I think the development has been the last 2 years. You know, with Dillian. I mean, it's not just about this camp for Fury. I mean, it's the last 3-4 camps. There's things that I wanted Dillian to improve on. And you can't do that in like a month, 2 months. Boxing doesn't work like that. You know, it's trial and error. It's doing different things in sparring. And it's taken this long to get to this point. And now, it couldn't have come at a better time for Dillian. He's in his prime. You know, and he's fought all the right competition to get to this point. He's such a worthy challenger that, you know, it's going to be very difficult for Tyson Fury. I mean, no matter what they try, you know, all bases have been covered, all of them.
I know that you're someone that studies boxing. I've been to IQ Gym where there are old tapes of old fights playing on a continuous loop. You're someone that studies the art, not just teaches it. What is Dillian like as a student? Because he's now bedded in with you. It's not straight when he went in for Povetkin 1. This is years later now. He's bedded in. How has that bedded in process gone?
Yeah, I mean, even with the first Povetkin fight, you have to understand that, you know, things didn't work out with his previous trainer, and then I had to step in, you know, when the fight had already been made. So, you know, it's not going to be the same relationship as like what we have now because we spent so much time together. You know, we've had time to build, and I've had time to build as his head coach. And that's why, you know, he's been improving, you know, and getting better. You know, and the addition of Harold Knight has been great because when I first even got the job as head coach, I said to the guys, bring in someone else with experience because this is world-class boxing. I don't, you know, you guys go and source who you want, but I told them the kind of person that I wanted, you know, because if you know boxing, you study old fights, the clientele in the corner is of the highest grade. You know, at times you've got Duva in the corner, you've got Georgie Benton with Vander Holyfield. You know, you have 2 or 3 experienced guys in the corner because you see different things during the fight. You know, only a novice talks about getting an appointment like this, and I'll just do everything myself. You know, that's because people don't understand how boxing works. You know, it's taken time to get to this point. It's taken time for Dillian to develop a relationship with Harold Knight as well. But now we spend so much time together. You know, it's great. I mean, we had obviously the rematch of Povetkin. We had the Wallin fight that didn't go ahead. So we've had that camp, and we've had this camp. So, you know, everyone's had time to gel.
You talk about that, and there's something that you touched on there that I like. and it's the fact that you've said you're okay to accept other expertise in the corner because it takes that to make it work. It's a big responsibility to take on a potential world champion on your own. I mean, a lot of coaches wouldn't do that. What made you, as an experienced coach, because you're not new to coaching, you're a boxing coach through and through, but what made you decide, you know what, let's have somebody else in the corner?
Well, first thing, it's about egos. I don't have an ego. You know, I've already said this to Dillian before, because, you know, there was some concerns here or there because he was so comfortable with me, but I said, listen, we need to do this. You know, it's about not having egos, it's about having the right training team on the night, you know, they're big fights. But I've got to give credit to my uncle, you know, my uncle Derek, because, you know, he got me into boxing at a very, very young age. So I'm seeing all these old fights and I'm seeing the kind of guys that are in the corner, you know, and what I did when I couldn't get my boxing license, I started studying coaches. And I spent all my money traveling all around the world and just sitting at the back of the gym and watching different guys coach. And when I'm watching these big fights, I'm seeing these guys in the corner and seeing how they gel, and, you know, you can see it's a team effort. And I wanted to be part of that. You know, I want to be one of these happy-go-lucky like coaches. You know, you get a big appointment and then you don't really do nothing with it. No, I want the right team around me. And the other factor was when I went out to Portugal, I had to leave all my guys behind. You know, like Santos, like Nick. I didn't have my strength and conditioning coaches, didn't have my team with me. So I said to the guys, we need to build a team out here. You know, it's important to build a team, and that includes a boxing team. Magic's one of the best hand wrap guys in the business, one of the best, and obviously a good friend. And, you know, a lot of trust in Magic in the corner. But again, it was about having that guy who's been involved in world title fights before. You know, that to me, that was key. But I suggested this way before we got to here because I knew what was coming. And I didn't want to just bring someone in because we've got a world title fight. No, bring them in early so we can all build a relationship. You know, it's not about ego, it's about a team. We're all here for Dillian. You know, we want him to perform on the night, you know. So, like I said, Dillian he's never going to get a better chance than this. I mean, I'm talking about in terms of his development. He is so ready. And that's why as a team we can't wait, you know, we can't wait.
And it's good because quite the both of you, I can say it from both sides. Tyson Fury said there's no excuses. I'm fit and healthy. I've had a good camp. And now we're hearing the same from yourselves. Dillian is at his peak. This is where he needs to be. He's had a good camp. And we're ready for this. What are you expecting to see? Because you have said that anything that Tyson Fury brings into that bout, you're ready for it. We know that the last time Tyson Fury came out, it was against Wilder. And all right, the first one was a questionable draw. I'd say he won that one as well. But the second time that he fought him, he ran at him. He came forward. He was aggressive. I'm going to throw that onto you. Okay, he comes out and he does that. What can we expect from Dillian? See, I'm getting excited just talking. I can't keep still.
Well, listen, Tyson will fight a particular way depending on who he's fighting. And so does Dillian. Both guys are good thinkers. And it's going to be a good thinking fight early in there. But then once they both get warmed up, it'll be fireworks. So, like I say, it doesn't matter what he brings. We've got an answer for it. That's why I've been working with so long.
One of the things I will ask about Dillian, and it's something that often the boxing fans have said, is myself included, is his feet. We hate his feet. We don't like the way his feet are. Is that something that you've worked on in camp?
100%. Footwork, balance, all those things. You know, that's what a good coach does. You know, it's okay. You know, obviously you're winning fight after fight after fight. But you see, if you don't improve and develop in those areas, you know, eventually, you know, it will catch up with you because you're fighting higher caliber of fighters. So that's why I say this has all been in prep. That's why, you know, he's looking so good right now.
So not being a betting man, you're going to obviously say your guy's going to win because so you should. How is that fight going? Is it going to be a stoppage or are we going the distance?
It's impossible to say. Like I said, both guys are good at making adjustments. But it's Dillian's time right now. You know, it's his time. You know, when he catches Tyson Fury, believe me, there's no way. If he gets up, great. He's going to get knocked down again, or he's going to get stopped on his feet. You know, we're not going to let him get away. You know, so just expect a victory. Just victory.
And final words from yourself, Santos, CEO of IQ Boxing. I've got to get it all in before Xavier rinses me. What's happening in the fight?
Like I've been saying to the other media work that I've done throughout the past couple of weeks, it's written. I believe that in the God that I serve, and it's Dill's time. all the trials and tribulation that the whole team's been through, it's inevitable that this is time, innit? I think boxing's expecting or needs an upset, and the upset's coming. It's coming Saturday night. So yeah, tune in.
And what I will say is a credit to you and your team, because slowly every single boxing match that I'm starting to go to, I'm seeing the IQ t-shirt, I'm seeing the name get out there, and it's so nice to see, because obviously you being one of the very first guests that agreed to come on the channel, it's nice to see like the progression. The progression is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the guys are out there now. Coach G was out the other day with Jordan, good performance. You know, Shannon's been out, good performance. You know, Yusuf Kamari has been setting the tone anyway. And look, it's just building, and this is what happened when you spend time building the gym. You know, we weren't making a lot of noise at first because we were working. You know, I did say I wanted to prepare these guys to be TV fighters, so that takes time. But yeah, really happy with everything is. But quickly, just big shout out to all my sponsors. Big shout out Tiger Bay, Ealing Boards and Timber, Bravos, KMT, and shout out to Benja, Yusuf's sponsor. You know, big up.
Finally, when's Saddam going to be out? This is what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for my Saddam, Amma.
Announcement in the next couple of weeks, definitely. Okay.
October Red Boxing with Xavier Miller, Santos CEO. I can't even get my words out. I'm that excited. Until the next time, all the best on Saturday. I shall be tuning in. You might want to jump in on the live later.
Okay.
Hi, and thank you for watching October Red Boxing. Like, subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications. You can also find us on Instagram at October Red Boxing and on Twitter, October Red UK. And remember, at October Red, we stay ready.